just qualifying.
Hey, and welcome everybody that's tuned in here on a Monday night. We're with the Rice Farms Legends Series. This evening, we're at Southern National Motorsports Park for 75 laps of racing here in the Legends. Should be
If
a
you're a
lot of
content
fun here
creator,
tonight.
you
As
really
we
need to
have
start
had
using.
some great lap times being laid down all throughout practice, and of course on qualifying here. But 75 laps here, couple races left to go. I'd say kind of a tight championship race, Jamie. I think we're going to see some good racing.
Yeah, it's a tight race. Unfortunately, it's just between two drivers, but that doesn't make it any less exciting. And they're gonna be battling each other, I'm sure, tonight here at Southern. This is going to be an exciting race, fast, little short track here, a little more banking than what you might see at a lot of these little short tracks. But so it's should provide for some good racing and some fast racing in these legend cars.
Yeah, each and every week these guys have really been able to put on a show. And we've seen some different winners this year as well, and it's been a lot of fun and really exciting. And I expect nothing like you said, Jamie. This one's got a little bit more banking to it, so these guys will be able to really hook these cars up through the corners. And hopefully, I don't see some of the stuff we typically see at some of these shorter tracks, where these guys have some car control issues coming off. It looks like these cars are really hooked up here tonight. I mean, the temperatures are a little cooler. Track temperature's only sitting at 73 degrees right now. And these little cars make a ton of grip, man. And, after racing last week, Jamie, and I'm sure the same thing with you when you raced at Five Flags, now every time I come back to one of these, I just want to be behind the wheel of the car.
Absolutely. I mean, once you've raced out here with these guys, kind of, takes a little bit away from the broadcasting because you want to be out there in the cars, which we've got Brandon Wallace in the stream. Not sure why he's not behind the wheel of that 99 Legend car tonight, but uh, glad to see him hanging out with us nonetheless.
I mean, absolutely. Always a good time to have him around. But cars are going to start taking the grid here, so we'll get to our starting lineup here tonight from the Rice Farms Legends Series. Ryan Pendleton, Goat Locker Racing's very own, number 23, gets the pole here tonight with a lap time of 15.989. The only guy to get under a sub 16 second lap. So congratulations to you, Ryan, on the pole tonight. Starting his outside is going to be Tyler Rice at number 6 from Oval Addicts. Starting in third is going to be Philip Manzo in that number 44. To his outside, Keith Lichtenwalder in that number 68. Starting in fifth, our championship points leader right now, Sam Wetstein, and that number 98 machine. And starting in sixth is going to be Matt Knights in the number 64. And then rounding out our top 7, because it's a thing, Dave Jones in that number 10 from Salty Dog Motorsports.
And starting eighth, we got the 27 of Jacob Ellingson. Starting ninth, number 30 of Michael Manise. Starting 10th, number 227 of Brighton Danner. Starting 11th, number 55, Charlie Gates. Starting 12th, number 111, Gene Watkinson. And rounding out the field tonight, starting 13th, number 77 of Magic Mike Aribe. Glad to see Magic Mike out here tonight. It's been a while.
It has been, and I tell you what's it's probably been even longer is both Magic Mike and the Hitman are on this track at the same time. I can't remember the last time we were able to call a race or be in a race with both of them on the track at the same time. So awesome to see both those guys out here.
Absolutely.
But as we kind of get ready to get this thing kicked underway here, we got Halloween week, I guess. So we're going to see a few paint schemes here tonight that have that Halloween theme. We'll look at Tyler Rice's number 6 machine right now. He always races that Reese's Hershey's style, but cool looking car here tonight. Jacob Ellingson in his Halloween themed car. Again, really cool looking. I love the jack-o'-lantern on the hood there. I'm not sure who that is on the back of the car. I think I should know.
It's, I believe I think that's one of the characters from Nightmare Before Christmas. I believe
I'd be right on that.
who was that director that did that animation?
We are not going to get here to see that Michael He's also with a nice Halloween themed car. So really cool to see some of these guys change it up, get in the spirit of things and all that other stuff. And I tell you, for a car that'll scare the poop out of you, it's that White Castle machine, because
Yeah.
we all know where we're going with that one. Right. Excellent lights are out on the pace car here. Right, but it's going to have control over this field. It hangs the hard left, and green is out, and we are underway. 6 of Tyler Rice gets a great restart there, or start, I should say, as he is able to hang to the outside. We got a car going around. Matt Knights has crashed.
Matt Knights.
That's what I said.
It's probably went around. Looked like he got loose on his own. Might have had help to finish him off. But...
Take a look at the 64 machine as they head off into turn 1 here. He gets a little help from Jacob Ellingson as they got stacked up on that outside line.
Sure did.
Looks like he had to check up for the 17, and Jake Ellingson nowhere to go. Turns him around. Doesn't look like that car took any damage though, so should be good to go for the rest of the race. Guys just got a little stacked up there on that top line.
Yeah, some people, somebody didn't go and had a couple cars mid-pack that were ready to go. Hopefully they learned something from that. Make it a little bit easier here on the starts.
Yeah, it's always tougher restarting back in the field. You just got to really pay attention. There always just seems to be some sort of at least a little checkup. Not everybody has the same kind of response time when the green flag flies there, so you got to give yourself a little bit of space there. But these boys will get it figured out. We'll get some green flag racing in here. Only caution number 1 here tonight, the Rice Farm Legend Series. We don't have a name for this race. We can call it the Spooky Spectacular from Southern National. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're going to go with, the Spooky Spectacular from Southern National.
Absolutely.
Well, there you go, folks.
And Ryan Pendleton's cheering section is in the house. Lady J 1823. Cheering on her Ryan.
We talked a little bit earlier in the broadcast. There is a tight race for the championship here. It's come down to Ryan Pendleton and Sam Wetstein, only separated by 13 points between the two of them. And with 2 races left to go, I mean, Ryan's definitely got a shot at this thing.
Absolutely. Really all that would take would be really a miscue by either one of them. Would seal the deal for the other person, so.
Yep. So this time around, we'll pan out here a little bit, and green flag is out. Ryan Pendleton gets a great restart there. Easily clears the 6 heading off into 1. Battle's going to be on here for 2nd place. There's Phil the Hitman Monzo and Sam Wetstein are battling it out. It does look like we had a car up into the wall. That was Dave Jones, and now we got a car flipping. Dave Jones gets caught up in it again. We have all kinds of cars crashing on the back here. So it looks like Sam Wetstein was wrapped up into this as well. We'll take a look. Come off the corner there. That is it is Sam Wetstein, our championship leader, that gets flipped on his lid there. We'll rewind that just a little bit for everybody because it was a very strange reaction to Phil's car there. We'll slow it down.
There might be some net code or
absolutely net code there between the 44 and 98. It looks like some cars in the back were just trying to get checked up. The 227 goes around. That's Dave Jones was already into the wall and then gets caught up into this one. 55 of Charlie Gates also caught up into this. So tough break there for Sam Wetstein, but iRacing had other plans for him this evening, but should be able to recover as we're only on lap number 10 of 75 here from the Spooky Spectacular at Southern National.
Tell you what, you got a really good shot at the back of Sam's car on that one, though. That was pretty cool.
Every now and again, I can pretend like I know what I'm doing.
Oh, and according to Mama Ellingson, that is Jack Skellington that is on the back of Jake's car.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. That's not how you spell that. See, I'm trying to change things on the fly here. I'm not spelling it. Let's try that. Updated title here for those watching on the Goat Locker Racing Network. It is now the Spooky Spectacular from Southern National. As these cars get stacked right back up here again, we'll have to keep an eye on how Sam Wetstein moves up to the field. I guarantee he's probably not the happiest camper in the world right now. I mean, we all know Sam to be very cool, calm, and collected during these races. So I'm sure he'll be just fine.
And we're back to green flag racing. I'll tell this in just a second. As Ryan gets a good start.
Tyler Rice back there in second position. Mike Denise now has moved up into third. Keith Lichtenwalder is up into fourth.
Well, somebody's up in the wall. Not going to stay in the green. Everybody keeps going, but definitely had some wall grab there, and somebody was trying to climb it. If it had been a super late model, that would have probably been disastrous for him. But
we'll check back in on Magic Mike Uribe as he has moved up to the field as well. Up 8 spots from me, started now second in the 5th position. Jacob Ellingson back there in 6th position, looking to get around Magic Mike right now as that number 27 machine is on the move towards the front. Sam Westine now has moved up into 7th position. Car beat up, still pretty good here. Looks like he's making some pretty competitive lap times. Now he's trying to look underneath Magic Mike and continue his march towards the front. Dave Jones, who we got caught up a couple times there, is now back in the 8th position. Matt Knights back there in the 9th position. Phil the Hitman Lonzo in 2. Take a look at Gene Watkinson in that 111 machine back there sitting in 11th position. That's a whole lot of ones, Jamie.
It sure is.
111 and 11. Charlie Gates back there in 12th. Bryton Danner right now we're showing
laps down.
Laps down here. So we'll head back up front. Check in on our leader, Ryan Pendleton, as Tyler Rice has been able to stay right there on the rear bumper of him there, Jamie.
Yeah, Tyler's definitely not letting Ryan get away for sure.
Caution is back out.
Closed up.
We've got a whole bunch of cars crashed here. Let's go take a look. So we're taking a look at the 64 machine right here. Looks like Magic Mike is just slow coming off the corner. Matt pushes up into him, collects a few other cars up here, and then
oh my gosh!
And then guys just coming up through the field, kind of like a snowplow there. I don't know what was going on there, but brings us back under caution here. As Gene Watkinson in the 111 is still trying to get his car righted. That was almost disastrous for our leader there. Is Phil the Hitman Monza was trying to get turned around right in front of Ryan Pendleton. Looks like everybody got everything sorted out here, and we're going to be under our 3rd caution of the night. Ryan Pendleton continues to lead at Southern National Speedway. We're on lap number 22 of our scheduled 75 tonight. Been a little caution filled in the first third of this race, Jamie.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about that time though. These guys will let us settle in and bust off one of their patented long green flag runs.
I would expect the same here.
And I don't know if we've got a big enough field to really test the tweaks you've made to the stream, but for those in the stream, if it looks like the ticker's working a little better, the standings are keeping up better tonight, let us know. Pat did some adjustments, and hopefully we've got that issue fixed where the standing and the running order was getting all jumbled up before. So you could let us know how that's looking. We'd appreciate it.
I definitely think we got that problem licked there, but thanks to all the feedback that we get from our viewers and our fans out there at Goat Locker Racing Network, able to make some changes. And then hopefully here, I'm going to say the quote-unquote off-season, everything's always a little staggered for us, but you know, over the next month or 2 here, we're going to make some more changes to the broadcast. It's going to update it and refresh it a little bit. So as we head into 2022, more people come out and enjoy our broadcast. Now, we're still here at Southern National Speedway, and Ryan Pendleton continues to lead with Tyler Rice right behind him. Mike Manise and that number 30 machine. Took me a second to figure that one out. Runs back in 3rd position. Jacob Ellingson continues to move up through the field, running in 4th. Running at our top 5 right now is Keith Lichtenwalder in that number 68.
And Brandon says the ticker looks good, and he's shocked because you worked on it.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate your love and support as always. As we continue, as the laps get, I got nothing else for it. Usually I'm pretty quick on my feet there. But that wasn't even that good of a shot. It's kind of lame. All right, moving on. All right, so as laps continue to wind down, I mean, they are clicking off laps at about 16 seconds. So every time they pass the grandstands here, we're coming up on lap number 29 of our 75 laps here this evening. And we are back under caution. As we can see, Gene Watkinson's car is all tore up, and he has crashed. Let's go back and take a look.
Look at that pace car go.
As we're going to see Gene Watkinson head off into the corner. Phil the Hitman Monzo comes up and kind of gives him a little bit of nudge and gets him loose, and off into the tire barrier he goes. And we're back under caution.
So back to what I was going to say about this Jack Skellington guy,
Yes.
I was correct. He is from A Nightmare Before Christmas. He was the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town. I just didn't know his name was Jack Skellington.
Well, there you have it. Fun facts by Jamie Burgess.
Papa Ellingson. Thanks, Eddie. No, I'm not sure why you can't stream on TV. I mean, if you've got the Twitch app on the TV, you should be able to. I'm really not sure why you wouldn't be able to stream on a TV. Oh, what happened to Jake?
I'm not sure. He just pulled off the track, and I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, for some reason he was given an EOL. I have no idea why he would have been given an EOL. Oh. You might have been streaming from YouTube then, as Jonah just said. We are streaming live to YouTube, or we should be.
Pace car is off. And we're back underway one more time here this evening for the Spooky Spectacular from Southern National. Brian Pendleton continues to lead here tonight. Tyler Rice hot on his tail this time around. As now Keith Lincoln Waller has moved up into third. Charlie Gates now is all the way up into fourth. And Magic Mike Uribe is rounding out our top five right now. We continue to keep our eye on Sam Wetstein as well as he's trying to make his way back up towards the front. And we are back under caution one more time here this evening. Bright Danner has crashed. Trying to see where that had actually come into play. We can see them in the back crashing. Let's go back and take a look at it from this point of view. And this 227 of Brighton Danner does not realize the 77 of Magic Mike is to his outside. Just comes off the corner, pushes up into him, and those two cars wrecked one more time here this evening. It looks like Sam Wetstein will get the wave around here, or the lucky dog, and get back onto the lead lap. So I'm sure he is extremely happy about that. The car looks a lot better now. I believe he probably went in, took his fast repair. So he'll be back in the hunt here very shortly. We only have 6 cars on the lead lap right now, Jamie. Been a tough race.
Yes, it has. Didn't really expect to see this happen tonight, but
a lot of hard racing, a lot of, you know, it's a lot of these races, Jamie, we see some guys that have some car control issues. You know, get loose in the corners, not be able to catch it. But a lot of this evening is just misjudging spacing. I think it's the best way that I could put it. Is people are coming up off the corner and getting into that car on the outside of them. You know, and then not being aware of their surroundings in a couple different instances and just come piling into an accident. So,
Right. Yeah. It seems to be a lot of misjudging closing speed. I don't know. Those just kind of things that really you just have to keep your head on a swivel and anticipate. Um, really, the best thing I can say about it. I mean, that's what a lot of racing is anticipation. And if you're not, I don't want to say expecting, but I don't know. It's easy to say stuff like that from up here. I know it's different when you're down in the car, but a lot of this stuff we're seeing tonight is definitely avoidable.
I would agree with you 100%. So hopefully we get some good racing in here. I don't think we've seen more in about 5
right now. My gosh, got contact. Looks like we might stay green this time, but we just had contact between 2 cars in the middle of 3 and 4.
These guys continue to beat the bag here this evening. This might be the spectacular crash up here.
It might be. Maybe. That's one thing. These legend cars do not like contact. I mean, they are. I know they got little fenders on them, but they're still basically an open wheel car. They don't want to touch. I mean, you maybe get away with some putting a bumper to people, but that's going to be about it. If you touch on the side, somebody's wrecking.
Hey, we're coming up on lap number 45 of our scheduled 75 here this evening. We made it well past halfway. So, congratulations to everybody. For all those that are tuned in to the live broadcast here tonight, congratulations to you as well for hanging in there and hanging tough with us. But hopefully these guys will continue to have some green flag racing here as Ryan Pendleton continues to lead the field here tonight. That number 23 machine, as he's done since the drop of the green flag. Tyler Rice has been hot on his tail the entire time as well. Keith Lichtenwalder's sitting solidly in third right now, having himself a nice race. Dave Jones, as we see him get involved in a couple things early there. Again, having himself a good race, up into the 4th position. Charlie Gates in 5th. Sam Wetstein back there in 6th position right now. Kind of falling back of the field. I don't know if he intentionally decided to get away from some people and just run in his own space for a little while, but he's kind of found himself in his own little spot on the track.
Yeah, that's probably about the safest thing to do. We got a Logan Sturgeon sighting in the stream tonight. That's rare. Glad to see Logan out here.
Well, look at that.
Deviant Alley's popped in. We got a good little crowd going for a Monday night in the Legend Series.
Must not be a whole lot going on out in the outside world here if everybody's hanging out with us on a Monday.
You know, I did notice that I think there's a lot of reruns on TV today. Last night, tonight, so.
Instead of watching reruns tonight, Hun, let's go see what the Goat Locker boys are doing.
Absolutely. Apparently Eddie thinks we're his dang warm-up act or something. He's in here, you know, promoting the 87 series. Is this the 87 series waiting room?
Shameless plugs. I love it. Shameless plugs.
Why are you tearing down your rig, Logan? You're supposed to be building your rig up. You should never be tearing it down. You're always building up.
As we continue to watch the laps wind down here, Ryan Pendleton has a commanding lead over 2nd place now. He's built almost a second up on Tyler Rice. Dave Jones has now moved up to 3rd position, 3 seconds back of our leader. Keith Lichtenwalder has dropped back to 4th. Charlie Gates in 5th. And Sam Wetstein, 5.7 seconds back of our leader right now in 6th position. But he is closing in on Charlie Gates and Keith Lichtenwalder, so trying to get up there and pick up some more positions and hopefully lessen the points he may or may not lose here this evening. I've kind of noticed something with Sam and his son Zach. They started this Hoosier Motorsports. I've seen Zach running that truck in the Rebel Series on Sunday, and now here this evening, I see it underneath Sam Wetstein's name, so that's kind of cool. I think it's cool. I mean, it's no lame Mississippi gang thing. And as I'm watching Sam Wetstein, he gets turned around. I look like Keith Lichtenwalder. We'll watch this here closely. Slow it down for our folks here. Well, that's not what I intended to do. Wrong button. Try that again. We'll watch these cars come off of turn 3 here. As they're coming off 3, Sam is down below. Looks like the 68 gets loose off the corner. Comes all the way down into the 98. And again, poor
Oh,
Sam
no.
just gets sent down into the inside wall.
And what did we say before the green flag fell? The points race between Sam and Ryan was, 13, 14 points?
Mm-hmm.
And one bad race by either one of them could really just hand the title over to the other one. So, not saying that's what's happening, but Sam is definitely having a rough go of it tonight. And
Sure
apparently we got, I don't know, there's some stuff going on in our chat right now. Apparently Logan Sturgeon is starting an OnlyFans or something. I don't know what's going on.
Nobody wants that.
I guess, I don't know, he left the police force to start an IT career, and I guess now he's just decided he's gonna make tens of dollars or something on OnlyFans, because I can't imagine it being more than that.
Nobody wants that. Like, nobody. Not even guys from Mississippi would watch that. Not happening. I don't even want to think about it anymore. I don't even know why you had to bring it up. I don't see all this stuff. And now you brought it up. So now I got this thing stuck in my head right now.
I gotta share it with you.
I
don't want to deal with it all myself.
all right. Yeah, misery does love company. Alrighty here. Well, we are definitely winding down the laps here tonight. We are going to coming up on 13 laps left here to go. Ryan Pendleton continues to lead this race as he's done from the drop of the green flag. Tyler Rice has been in second place all night long as well. Sam Wetstein has maintained his position up there in 6th. Now we have 7 cars on the lead lap. Pace car is off. Ryan Pendleton is gone as we are back under green again here at the Sweetie Spectacular from Southern National.
Good start again for Ryan. Oh no!
Oh, 55 up into the outside.
Oh, and he got help. Sam Wetstein put the bumper to him.
We're back under caution one more time here this evening. As we see 55 coming back up. Didn't quite catch the accident itself here, but everybody's got the cars pointed right in the back direction. Or right in the back direction. That's good English. That is going to bring us under caution one more time here this evening. It has been a caution-filled Legends race here tonight from Southern National. As you kind of said, Jamie, almost the complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen as well. With all the banking that this track has to offer and as much grip as these Legends cars make, it still continues to be just a spacing issue. And these guys just continue to get into each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
The race is going by extremely quick here this evening, even with all these cautions.
Good thing it's a small track.
Very true.
Because you're right. I mean, even with all the caution the race has, the laps have really flown by. You know, I was really surprised when you said we were at lap 44. Didn't expect to hear that, and here we are already at lap 66. So, what was that? 9 laps to go, or we're right at 10 laps to go right now?
Yeah. When they cross the line, it'll be 9 to go.
Yeah. So 8 to go when they take the green flag.
Maybe we just put the Halloween jinx on it by calling it the spectacular. I don't know.
Might have. Absolutely might have. I know Ryan's probably wanting to see this thing run out. He's probably getting tired of these restarts. Because every time he has to do a restart, it just leaves the door for something to happen, a misshift or something, and hand this race over to Tyler.
Green is back out. Ryan Pendleton with another outstanding restart there. Launches that number 23 out to the lead. Tyler Rice falls back into second place. Dave Jones still up into third. Here comes Sam Wetstein. He has moved himself up into fourth position. Seven laps left to go tonight here from Southern National. Golly, Sam Wetstein is trying to make some moves back there. And caution is back out. Charlie Gates and Gene Watkinson has crashed. Let's go back and take a look at this. See them come off the corner here, and for some odd reason, they are running side by side in the middle of the track, going down the front stretch, and they touch, and the wreck ensues from there. So that's another one of them oddball ones, Jamie. I can't quite figure that one out.
Yeah.
We'll slow it down here a little bit, but both the cars running right in the middle of the track. I'm not sure if Gene Watkinson was trying to pinch the 55 down, or those two touch and they continue to touch, and then off into the wall they go. Some great views, though. Makes for some good TV. Is this considered TV? I mean, probably not.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it is TV. I mean, Pop Ellingson says he watches it on his TV.
Done. I'm sold. So this should probably bring out a green-white checker. It might just be a natural green-white checker here. We have 3 laps left to go. Come around to 2, and they haven't stacked up. So no, this will be the first attempt at a green-white checker here this evening. Sam Wetstein has recovered very nicely to the 4th position here.
And lights are off, so
Stack them up and let's go get them.
Yeah. Let's hope we can just get through this green-white checkered here and do it cleanly. Do it in one shot.
Would be nice. Base cars
I
off.
I don't want to hold Eddie up anymore from the 87 series. Let's go, Ryan.
That doesn't start till like 9:45.
I know.
As Ryan Pendleton gets another. Oh my goodness, they're going to be.
Oh my, why?
Well, they sorted out. I thought they were going to be 4 wide.
I did too. But it's white flag's out. Ryan's taking it now. Dave Jones might be getting Tyler Rice here to take over second place, but I don't think that's going to work.
They're going to wreck. They're wrecking.
Michael Manise just took out Dave Jones.
Sam Wetstein is going to recover back to 3rd position. Tyler Rice is going to finish in 2nd. Keith Lignawaller in 4th, but that was some tough racing back there. Michael Manise is able to bring it home in 6th position, but Dave Jones, who was battling up there in the 2nd position, gets tangled up, and we'll try to go back and take a look at it here, but a tough break for Dave Jones. I feel terrible for him having a good race. We'll try to rewind it a little bit more here. Actually, let's go right here and see if we can't see it from this. There we go. We watch the 10 and the 30 come off. 30 comes up, pushes into the 10. And one more time, Dave Jones is along for the ride. What a tough break.
Wow.
There. Ryan Pendleton wins here this evening. It's a spooky spectacular from Southern National Speedway. So congratulations to him on a hard-fought win. And a lot of tough racing here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, very happy for Ryan to pull that win off.
That'll make his 6th win of the season here, as he has been absolutely dominant in the Legends Series. He is sitting in the waiting room, so let's go ahead and grab a hold of our race winner, Ryan Pendleton. Hey, Ryan, Pat and Jamie up in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you guys. How's it going?
Pretty damn good. Well, I mean, a lot of cautions here this evening. And so I know that probably got a little bit nerve-wracking for you with all those restarts and everything, but congratulations on winning here at Southern National Speedway. I believe that's your 6th race win of the season. So kind of take us through your night and how you brought that number 23 Goat Locker racing car home with the win.
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't ask me that. This is going to be a tough one tonight to answer.
Well, that's why they pay me the big bucks, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I qualified up front, which was nice. I hadn't really ran this track much before. Big banking. I thought it was going to be a lot of maybe side-by-side racing. It didn't turn out to be that way. Yeah, it was fun. Just got lucky, qualified up front, and stayed out of trouble, and just kind of ran a bunch of qualifying laps up there when I could get out on green flag laps, and held off Tyler Rice and those guys. Seemed like they were having fun back behind me. I don't know what was going on, but I was a little jealous at times. So.
Well, Ryan, I don't know what there was to be jealous about. You had the best seat in the house. I can guarantee you that. We saw a lot of issues with guys just, I don't know, just misjudging closing speed or what the deal was. But we saw a lot of just avoidable incidents tonight. What do you think might have attributed to that? Was it something about the setup? Was it just differences in speeds guys were running? Any ideas on what was contributing to this?
I will say when I first came out in practice, just based on this track and the banking, I thought I'd be able to run a little bit more aggressive in the corners, but you have to back them up pretty far. Actually, you can really easily overdrive. So if I had to guess, not watching the replay, there was probably a little bit of that going on, just overdriving, getting in, and maybe pushing up into guys.
Makes sense to me. So congratulations on pulling off this win. You tightened the points battle up a little bit with you and Sam going into the final race. Probably, I don't know, probably less than a 10-point gap at this point, but good luck going forward with that. I hope you bring that championship home. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Of course, everyone at the Rebels and then Rice Farms for putting this on. That's Rice's farm there, so thanks for sponsoring this. Of course, shout out to Veterans 48 as we close that out this week in the Thursday night Goat Locker Truck Series. Hopefully we can get some more donations there. And then all of our sponsors over at Goat Locker, Gale Insurance Advisors, G2G Trailers, Travis Lee Creative, JM Printing and Promotions, and then Tracks for Vets. And then obviously you, Pat and Jamie, for doing the broadcast and bringing me on the team. I appreciate it.
Look at this guy. He's got his winning speech down really good,
man. He does, man.
Like a pro.
He does. We need to have him coach Cody up a little bit.
Oof. We'll work on that later.
At least he's getting interviewed in other ones, so I'm not.
Fair enough.
Cody, good teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. Love him to death, but Cody's like Will Ferrell, man. Don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, he can't pick football teams either, so we'll cut him some slack.
Oh, wait a minute. Neither can you. But congratulations on the win here this evening. And spectacular season so far. Can't wait to close it out next week, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again, Ryan.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Who's he talking about? He's an Ohio State fan. Yeah. I don't know. Them guys. All right, let's grab a hold of Tyler Rice here and have a chat with him. Hey, Tyler, Pat, and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. What's up, fellas?
Well, I mean, a lot of cautions here this evening, but you were able to bring that number 6 machine home with a second-place finish. It seemed like you spent most of your night chasing the 23 there. A lot of different restarts and all that stuff. So what do you think you needed to do a little bit differently to be able to get up there and really compete for the win here tonight?
Not save tires. That was my deal. Is I know how this goes, and I'm going, okay, we'll have a lot of cautions. We'll just ride easy, save tires, and not push the issue. And I was fast. I mean, and I kept looking back, like on that longest green flag run. I look back, and me and Ryan's gap in the field. I think I was about 6 seconds back to third place, maybe 8 seconds. I can't remember what it said, but we were gapping the field, and I was just riding easy. And like, I'm not going to push the issue, not try to pass him. We'll get down to the end here with 10 to go, and then I'll really work on him. And that too many cautions there at the end just played havoc on my strategy. And then there on that last restart, I drove in a little too hot and washed up the track, and then that put me in a bad position racing for second place with 2 other cars, and it's just a little too late to make a push. I should have just made a push early and and then dealt with the consequences of wearing some tires out or something like that. But it was just one of those hindsight's 2020 deals. You wanted to save tires to be there at the end, and I was there at the end, but I wasn't in a good position.
All right, Tyler, congratulations on a second place finish, man. You were running strong all night. Sorry, I've got a question from the audience.
Oh boy.
You know what? I don't really have anything better to ask you other than how the car was handling, and you know, it's the same thing every week. So, Deviant Alley would like to know from you, what are your thoughts on the implications of cryptocurrency on the global markets by 2023?
What just happened?
I want to give a movie response, but that takes too long. A movie reference response, if that takes too long. But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that was, car handled great. It was fast. Yeah, we'll go with that generic answer. The car was really fast. I mean, you guys, if you didn't get to take any practice laps here or anything while you're setting up, it's fast. It is really fast here, easily handling. I don't know why we had so many. Well, I know why we had so many cautions, but this car handles great around Sonat, man. It's just, it was on rails. And I mean, Ryan proved it. I proved it. Sam got in a little scuff up, but Sam was fast too, and Davey was the same way. Them four of us, we were fast. It's just the two of them kind of got in a scuff up there with other cars and couldn't drive their way to the front. And once they all got to the front, they stayed up front. You know, it's just one of those things. Car was on rails tonight.
Awesome, man. You ran a great race, and we saw you pull up on the bumper of Ryan there towards the front half of the race. So you were definitely right there with him on speed. He just came up with the win tonight. So congratulations to you for a great run. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Shout out to Rice Farms for being able to sponsor this series and keep doing what we're doing and having you guys broadcast this and all our other sponsors that are out there with everything that goes into it. So just want to say thank you to everybody involved, and thank you to you Goat Locker Racing guys for broadcasting this. Really appreciate it and enjoy the broadcast. And I do go back and watch the broadcast back, so I catch all the little things when I get to go back and watch it the next day. So, thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah, man. Well, it's always a blast to come out here. One race left to go in the season. So we'll see you next week and hopefully get a chance to talk to you one last time.
Well, that's the sad part is I'm going to have to bow out after this week because I'm going to be gone next week to a wedding in Nashville, Tennessee. So this was the end of it. If I didn't win the championship tonight, that was the end for the 6 car for this season. So I just want to say, go get them to Sam and Ryan. I know the three of us were battling pretty hard in a point, so it's going to come down to a head-to-head, I think, between them two. So I will be watching the broadcast next week. In between the wedding stuff that's going on, I'll be sitting there watching it. So it's going to be a good championship showdown between Ryan and Sam. I think Sam had him in points. Mm-hmm. Ryan's won on the track, so it's going to be neck and neck coming down to next week. So it's going to be a pretty good show. Look forward to watching it.
Well, congratulations on a great season, Tyler, and I'm sure we'll see you back out on the track here soon.
For dang sure, fellas. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And to answer that question for Deviant Alley for Tyler there, folks, if you are not in Shiba Inu, you are really missing out. That is going to make a lot of people very, very wealthy. So definitely look into that and do yourself a favor. It is fractions of a penny right now. Very cheap to get into. So throw some money at it, and it could stand to make you very well-off person.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so we'll move on from there. Let's go ahead and grab a hold of Sam Wetstein and bring him up here. Hey, Sam, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You awake?
Oh, I'm definitely awake tonight.
I would imagine you are. As we commented, you're probably one of the most cool-headed and calm drivers out there, and you got caught up in a couple people's mess. To start the race, we saw you on your lid, and then later in the race, got tangled up. But I mean, one, I would tell you congratulations on the third place finish. It's probably the toughest and hardest podium finish that you've ever went out there and got.
Yes.
So congratulations on that. But as best as you can, without cursing too many people out, take us through your night here tonight, Sam, and how you brought it home in third.
You know, you go out there and you just, you put it on cruise control and you turn the steering wheel left and you try to get a nap and nobody will let you get a nap. That's the only way I can just. No, it was. I can't explain what happened when they happened, but I got apologies for it. It was, this is a developmental league, and sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. And I managed to get back up there and get third, but I was fast tonight. I didn't show it in qualifying. I screwed that up, but I think I could have had something for Ryan tonight. And I sure wish I would have been able to get up there and do it. I'm glad to get to third. I'm going to have to make sure my wheel's still mounted properly. I did a little tugging on it. My wife thinks I'm crazy. A couple of times she come check on me. You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. So, but we got through it. And I got a 6-point lead going into the last race of the season. What more could you ask for? A 20-point lead would have been better. I guess you could ask for that.
It's true.
Well, Sam, you did a hell of a job in recovering because it was looking like you were going to have a really, really bad night the first half of this race. You rebounded nicely to bring it home in third. So that's how championships are won right there. Not necessarily always winning races, but keeping bad nights from becoming really, really bad nights and turning them into something good. So congratulations there on that top 3 finish. How did you feel that car was handling out there tonight?
I was locked in on it. I had done some practice and noticed that these tires fall off about 30 laps if you can get 30 laps on them, but they do wear heavily even under a short run. And I found a line that was easy on the tires and nice and fast, and I thought if I could get up front and just kind of take care of my stuff, it really hung in the corners. If you got off of the throttle at the proper point and didn't force yourself into the corner, if you just let it float into the corner, as soon as you got to the center of the corner, you could just smash it and fly off. And it was really fast. And looking back on it, it was a lot of fun playing dodgeball with the guys in the back, and running the obstacle course. But I'm glad it's over.
I don't think any truer words have ever been spoken. So, again, congratulations. Great run here tonight. Got one more race for you and Ryan to settle this thing. So, good luck to you. In this what will be a championship race for the last race of the season. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Thank my wife. Thank my son. Thank Josh Oswald for helping me out. Garrett Kinder, Kinder Farm and Ranch. Even though he hit me tonight, we'll call out to Hitman and his sponsorship. He's a great guy, and he apologized afterward. It was an accident. Magic Mike's Happy Edits Meal Racing. Tyler Rice and Farms, man. Mr. Tyler there at the end of the race, I had a little better tires than him, and I was arguing with myself in my head, hit him, no, don't hit him, no, don't hit him. But Tyler's a great guy, and we brought it home second and third. So shout out to Tyler Rice and Farms for putting out the money for you guys to come on here and do a great broadcast. So I appreciate that and all the kind words.
Well, we appreciate you, Sam, and again, a hard-fought third place finish. Looking forward to you and Ryan battling it out next week for the championship. And like Jamie said, best of luck, and hopefully we'll be talking to you next week.
Thank you.
Well, that was a race.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a race. There were cars. They were on a track. They went round and round.
It was, and they had a green flag and they had a checker flag, and we crowned a winner.
That's right.
So yes, it was for sure a race.
It was for sure a race, and it was the Spooky Spectacular from Southern National. Almost sounds like a Dr. Seuss book, but it probably isn't. But again, congratulations to Ryan Pendleton for another great victory as he continues to rack them up here on the Rice Farms Legend Series. Tyler Rice coming home in second place, so great season for him. sorry to hear he's not going to make the race next week. But
Yeah, that's a shame.
yeah, he's been an outstanding sponsor here for the Legends Series and just a great mainstay within the original Rebels as well. So glad to have him on board. And, of course, his sponsorship. Sam Wetstein, always a blast to talk to. Didn't know what we were going to expect after he got bounced around here, but always very gracious in his interviews and have a lot of fun with him. Keith Waldner brings it home in fourth. Charlie Gates in fifth. Michael Nanise, after getting tangled up with Dave Jones there on that last lap, brings it home in sixth. Dave Jones in seventh. Matt Knight's in eighth. Gene Watkinson in that 111, 2 laps down. And then Magic Mike Aribe, Brighton Danner, Phil the Hitman's Monzo, Jacob Ellingson rounds out our field here tonight. So, yeah, as Sam said, I didn't even get a chance to check the points yet. Obviously, he's all over it. He's going to have a 6-point lead going into next week. So half his lead went away here this evening. So those bonus points for winning and being up front are going to pay off. So it is going to be an extremely tight battle next week, Jamie.
Absolutely. Cannot have any slip-ups next week. You don't have any opportunity to recover if you do. So I'm sure both of these guys are going to come out and put their best race they've got. And I think we'll have a really good battle for that championship. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an absolute blast, and it's going to be at South Boston Speedway. So I think it's a great place to be as we wrap up the season here. And as we wrap up our broadcast, a big shout out to the original Rebels and everybody that puts everything together over there. This is one of the original Rebels series here, and Tyler Rice and Farms. I don't think that makes sense. It's Rice Farms. But again, thank you for the sponsorship and coming out here and supporting this series. And as you all probably noticed during the broadcast, we still had our fundraising bar up there. We will close out our fundraiser here at Goat Locker Racing this Thursday coming up from Watkins Glen International Speedway. We have exceeded our goal of $1,000. I suspect we'll go even further as we're going to close that out on Thursday. So we truly appreciate all the fan support, everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network, everybody that interacts with Jamie during the broadcast. Maybe you and Deviant Alley can have some great conversations about cryptocurrency moving into the global economy in 2023. Who knows?
Sure. I'm telling you, Shiba Inu, look it up. Get on, get you an account on Coinbase. That don't cost you anything. And you can buy Shiba Inu right now on Coinbase. Once it hits Robinhood, it's going to skyrocket in price.
You heard it here
Telling you,
first, folks.
Telling you, you can make some money. Do yourself a favor, Shiba Inu. Go buy some.
There you go. For any other financial advisory, you can get a hold of us at Goat Locker Financial Advisors. That's goatlockerfinancialadvisors.com. We'll put together a great portfolio for you. Well, at least at the end of the day, we'll take your money. All right. Signing off here from the Goat Locker Racing Network. We will be behind the wheel of the super late models tomorrow. Non-broadcasted. We may throw it up. Who knows? We always have a lot of fun with that. Wednesdays, we are back to being open as Maple Ridge has closed down their season over the next 6 weeks. Thursday, as we've talked about a couple of different times here tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back behind the wheels of those Goat Locker Racing Truck Series to finish out our Veterans 48 fundraiser for the month of October. So please tune in. We have a lot of giveaways. We are going to clean out the quote-unquote Goat Locker. So we've got hats, bottles, dog tags. We'll probably give some subscriptions to our channel. We're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff because we're going to close this thing out with a huge bang. Friday is the Extreme Xfinity Series, sponsored by Goat Locker Racing, and we will be at Ohio, Mid-Ohio. So that'll be entertaining because I know how much JB loves road course racing. ARCA Series and Truck Series is off, so only a couple times here this week to get a hold of us. Sorry, Jamie, I cut you off there.
No, I mean, Mid-Ohio is going to be a challenge for sure. That is a tough road course. That's definitely not Watkins Glen, or even Roval. This thing has got some serious elevation changes, blind corners. It's going to be a rough one. So I really don't think it's going to come down to the fastest driver. I think it's going to come down to whoever could just keep the car on the track for 40 laps or whatever it is. So we'll see. I mean, I don't really know what to expect, but it should be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really not disliking this one, so we'll see.
Well, if we don't catch everybody tomorrow, we'll definitely catch you on Thursday. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.